So I was in there cutting my hair and I noticed that my clipper sounded weird. So I figured it was on 50 hertz. But when I try to switch it to 60 hertz, it won't stay on 60 hertz with this. So that's just something to be aware of with this new update that I just did. But my Canon Avalon Q, I think my refrigerators, most of my major appliances can run on 50 and 60 hertz. So it ain't gonna really make that big of a difference, I don't think. Okay, so I have not yet connected these batteries to the system. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna charge them up individually first. So I gotta go get a big battery charger from my pop shop. And after I charge them up individually, I have to switch these bus bars around. That way this negative could be able to reach right here easily instead of me trying to reach it all the way over here. And other than that, I'm going to have to add a disconnect switch right here, but that's gonna be kind of hard for me to do because this is 600. It only pushes, I can only push 200 amps out though. So I can get a 300 amp switch. Yeah. Just because it says 600 amp don't mean that I need a 600 amp switch, because the BMS, it all depends on what the BMS pushes out. Okay. So I can put a disconnect right here. Boom. Might even put a fuse. Yeah, I might put a fuse on it too. If I can, yeah, I'll put a fuse on it. And yeah, I think that's all. An equalizer. That way it can keep each battery at 12 volts. You know what I'm saying? So I have a Victron transformer that I ordered. And I think I'm just gonna put it right here. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Got the AC side right there, so yeah, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna change the game for me. Right now, I ain't never showed y'all this part, but because I've been a little ashamed of it, I'm gonna keep it real. So right now my home is all 120. So these are all the inverters, different inverters right here going. And I have like jumper wires, like this one right here. This is the jumper bar, so it jumps the two bars together because it's all 120. That way I can that way they can share the load instead of me having to worry about different legs. But how I'm trying to get around that is I'm hoping that transformer, when I hook up to that transformer, I'm hoping that it kind of does the jumper thing for me and just pushes out 240, and I can just push all the 120 into that transformer and just pull out the 240. Now I have the cords coming up from the floor behind that and coming into here. The big cords. Boom, boom, boom. Now, what I did that's kind of shady is instead of just jumping it like that between two bus bars, I actually hooked a cable, a 4-gauge cable up to the bus bar and connected to the other bus bar to jump them. But since I'm doing this whole adding it, upgrading to the 240 volt, I'm about to redo all of that. It's gonna take me probably 2 days. This is just like some stuff you would use for your gutters. You know, man, I just be using what I got. I just use what I got, man. And these are my inverters right here. Only have 4 inverters to the house. So, but the crypto miner, how it is, it's coming up. I have a 12 gauge extension cord and I have a 14 gauge extension cord, and both of them hooked up to the crypto miner. I have them sharing the load, but it runs right here. I upgraded this thing to the 20 amp cord because the cord that came with it was just like a regular cord, a regular 15 amp socket. But this thing don't get warm anymore.